Matt Lauer could suck it. Yes. No, literally, actually, yes, though. If you know, you know. But hey, welcome to the Squadcast Movie Podcast, episode 21. I remembered that vividly because last time was the big 20.
We're on episode 21. 2026.
As always, I'm Dan. That's Latrell and Alex.
Latrell and Latrell. Latrell and
Ha!
Sons.
Latrell. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're both Latrell now. Sorry, Alex. You're Latrell now too.
Be good.
I just decided now. Okay. Well, today this is our first episode since the big 20th episode, and we thought we would just start off real nice and easy with two beloved comedies. And I guess the running theme is that they both have Danny McBride in them, which was a bit of an sort of inspired by our last episode before the Big 20 episode, which is when we watched This Is the End, and we kind of realized through those scenes and just how he was introduced in that movie, how much we freaking love that guy, how funny he is.
Yeah, no, actually, like, I know I said last time I was going to start watching Eastbound and Down. I haven't done that yet, but it is on my list to get into because I've never seen, like, all of it, and, like, I have to now. It's a requirement of my life.
Yeah, no, I know. I watched it a little bit when I was younger, but I never finished it. But let's start with Land of the Lost.
Oh,
All right. Yeah. Oh boy. So this is probably the most acquired taste movie we've picked, and enjoying this movie really depends on how much you enjoy Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Like he is very much himself in this movie, and if that is something you can't handle, then yeah, it's just you might as well not even turn this on. But it's although I will say it also showcases a little bit of his, I think, comedic talent. I don't know, he does. Okay, all right. Well, let me start with basically the synopsis. It's a spoof movie. It's basically a spoof movie of an old show, Land of the Lost, that basically is the same plot line, only it's a comedy of them getting transported to a world where all time and space has kind of just been merged into one, where there's dinosaurs, but also Viking ships and World War II planes. And and there's also Sleestack. I found out actually in the original show there was also Sleestack. So like that's not. Yeah, they didn't just. Yeah, that's not. They didn't talk. There wasn't a talking one, but right. No, this is like based on an old show, but the show itself was so goofy, like in a way that you could almost not hardly take it seriously, and that's kind of why this movie is what it is.
It had 3 seasons, and it started in 1984, which is
Yeah, my mom watched it a little bit when she was a kid.
I might have to check this out.
Yeah.
No,
I've
episode 1 is called Chaka.
Yeah, no, Chaka's a character. He's a real character. He's not even close to. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I've never watched it, but maybe he is ridiculous. But I'm sure he's not. He's not grabbing the female lead's boob when he first meets her. Chaka.
Just the names are hilarious. Chaka, the Sleestack God, and then Dopey.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, no, I don't know, but it was the kind of show where you could do a movie like this, and I don't know. It's not even like the show had a massive fan base that would get pissed off at you doing this either. So
No.
this movie isn't very well reviewed, but I honestly I think it's kind of underrated in terms of Will Ferrell comedy.
Really?
Yes. Well, you don't think so, Alex?
Oh man, Dude, I fell asleep trying to watch this movie. I was just not having any bit of this. Oh man, I had to literally go back and rewatch so many scenes twice. And I don't know, like I really enjoy Will Ferrell across many of his pieces of work, like Daddy's Home, Step Brothers, Elf, all the way to like Get Hard and stuff like that. But like this one is just like, oh man, it's out there for me.
Okay,
And
well, let
the
me ask you this.
87% Rotten Tomatoes I aligned with.
Well, let me ask you this. Are in any of those movies, does Will Ferrell ride a T-Rex to destroy a bunch of Sleestack to the sound of metal music? Metal music? I don't know about you. I know. I'm sorry. I'm kind of skipping to the end of the movie here, but I don't know about you guys. That I had literally. I don't know why that scene is unironically awesome to me. Like I love it. I don't know why. I just. Like even from a comedic perspective, but also just the fact that they chose like the hard metal music as background for that was so perfect, like as like a juxtaposition almost for how ridiculous it was. I don't know. It was just so good.
No, I would agree.
Here's the I love. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I don't really have too many points. Like I took notes on both of these movies. I think it's pretty inherent that there wasn't going to be fucking outstanding notes on these.
No.
Dry, but I will say like. I don't know. Well, first and foremost, I'm a fan of Will Ferrell. I think we know that. I've raved about a lot of his movies and just work stuff like that. And Land of the Lost, I guess I'm just in that pod of people that it just like appeased my like
Yeah, dude, right.
part of my brain where like there were some of the moments in it are just so like literally the thought of a slee stack makes me laugh. Like literally the thought of a slee stack. Like those things are so fucking goofy. The whole environment in which like the lost world. It's literally just like a trash dump of space, like time and space.
The movie itself is a joke. Like it is.
It really is.
Random shit happens. The most random shit. They were all. They remember they drink the fruit off the tree that makes them super high, and all of a sudden this giant crab just starts running at him, and it for no reason falls through the ground and gets boiled. They're like, huh, and then it cuts to the next scene. They're eating it, and all of a sudden he starts using a giant lemon, like to lemon juice on it.
They're just eating the crab, bro. It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
It is it's just so ridiculous that I don't know. I kind of fall into it, and I guess Alex and the rest of the world doesn't, but I don't know. It's a brand of humor I just vibe. It's so I don't know. I'm just along for the ride, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of those you just ride along with it and it's fun. And you know what I didn't realize for the longest time? I always thought that the slee stack in this, and I'm sorry, I know I go back to them a lot, but they really mean a lot to me. They hold special place.
No.
In my heart. But I didn't know that they weren't CGI. Those are real people in suits.
Yeah. Well, other than the part where their mouths open up, but yeah. I mean, I guess I could have kind of.
I looked it up, but yeah, the slee stacks are actors in high-end suits. They said the reason for that was that it gives them presence, and a creepy factor that CGI misses.
Sorry, go ahead, Alex.
For me, I just think so this is coming off of Brad Severling, the director, who
I don't know anything about him.
He this is, if you look at his like filmography history, like it's a weird like stamp in his book, and I almost just feel like he wanted a comedy stamp because
well, what else has he made?
He's done Asper the Ghost. In 1995, he did Lemony Snicket Series of Unfortunate Events in 2004.
I like that movie too with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, and then An Ordinary Man in 2017, but
what was it?
It's just like An Ordinary Man in 2017.
Oh, okay. No, Ordinary. Yeah, that sounds. I
It's got
thought
Ben
that.
Kingsley. It's got Ben Kingsley.
Yeah. Yeah, no, okay, I've heard of it.
Yeah, like this one is just like it's out there, and for $100 million budget, like it
I don't know why they
80
did
million
that.
had to go to 80 million had to go to actors. Like 80 million to actors, 20 million to the rest or something.
Well, there's a lot of CGI in it, I guess. The dinosaurs and stuff.
The movie was just an experiment. Will Fuller wanted to see how far you could push just nonsense and create something that people would like. And obviously, like honestly, he kind of did it, and he kind of didn't do it because there's so many people who don't fucking like the movie.
Yeah, I guess you could say the best Will Ferrell humor I mean, there's some of it throughout, but some of the best of it comes in the beginning, like even the very beginning when he's on that show. And,
yes, I would agree.
Honestly,
the beginning starts out so good.
Well, it was funny. I just like the part where Matt Lauer who's clearly like not on board with what he's saying. It mentions the word. He'll say something like he'll use the words parallel dimension, and Will Ferrell will hear that, like look at the camera like with a grin, like yeah, you hear that? Isn't that awesome? When like he's clearly talking about it like in a demeaning way. Like he's not giving you credit for this right now. He's saying you're an idiot. It's just so funny.
In a fist fight. Like, don't they?
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's like you can find his book in the and the end. Yeah. Which again, that aged well because Matt Lauer got some allegations later on. So, like, it's a movie that accidentally aged amazingly in that regard because now people just when he got busted for all that, that was like the biggest that clip for Matt Lauer can suck it. There was just a clip of that. There's also like the part after he finishes the tachyon amplifier and he talks about the food binge he went on. And that line didn't age well, which is so sad because it's such a great line, but it's ruined because of the Subway guy ended up being a CP enthusiast.
Oh my god!
But he goes 14,000 calories later. Found myself at Subway, powering my way through a 6-inch veggie on whole wheat, which would have like that in itself is like one of my favorite lines. But it ends with him going babbling at a cutout of Jared, which also was a funny line. Like before that happened, like that is hilarious without context.
It was good.
I know.
It's unfortunate that things like that happen.
I know. Hey, Matt Lauer can suck it. Oh, and also how he yells at Chaka. He goes, I mean, it's like Chaka will start running away, not listening. He goes, Chaka, I mean you no harm. I mean you no harm. Did you run from me, you little shit? Actually, I did take notes, and I have some notes about the Slee Stack, because the parts with Enoch are probably the best example of like you really have to vibe with it, and if you do, it's hilarious. Like, well, I guess anyone could think it's funny when he goes, "Look, dude, little rule I live by: never trust a dude in the tunic." He's like, you live by that rule? Like, no one's wearing a tunic in 2,000 years. When do you ever need you know? But and then he ends up being right. But even just the part, I don't know why this is so funny. But he goes, rescue the unit verse. It reminded me of a Rick and Morty sketch. Like, I'm the eye hole man.
Eye hole man. Dude, wasn't there a scene in this where Will Ferrell was talking about cooking Chaka? Like he was talking about eating him or something like that.
I'm sure if he were a secret ingredient on Iron Chef Bobby Flay would probably slow roast him.
Oh yeah,
on a spit.
A dash of cumin. And some braised polenta.
Dashed cumin.
I'm sure
That's so that chocolate meat would fall right off the bone. It's so stupidly detailed. I don't know.
Fucking stupid. Oh my god.
The part where he gets the dinosaur pee, and he's got just this big jug. Where he got that jug, God knows. He's just got this big jug of dinosaur pee. He's like, so, what's the name? Danny Pride's. It's like, so you sat under the dino dong with the bucket. He goes, yeah. It is a stupid movie. No one.
Yeah, it is.
We're not denying that at all. It's very, very stupid. But it's, I don't know. And I guess a good argument you could maybe make, Alex, and I know you actually weren't here for our first pod, but a movie like Everything Everywhere All at Once does absurdist comedy at like a higher level than like a movie. This movie genuinely does not care about making any sense with its jokes. It is just purely ridiculous. Whereas that one, like, everything ties together, which is why it, is acclaimed.
Yeah.
Hey, this was.
I agree.
It was short. That's a good thing. This was nice and short. Both of them. When you do two comedies, it's nice and short, easy.
Agreed.
Not that that's a problem. I mean, probably one of my most fun weeks that we had was doing the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
That is true. Yeah, that
Which we should do a trilogy. We should do a trilogy episode again soon.
the Matrix trilogy.
Okay, going back to that scene though, with him and the T on the T-Rex and the metal music, which I still will say was a big fuck yeah for me. But it's still, of course, obviously it's a comedy, so and after it happens, it takes forever to admit that he just pooped him out, and you can see the brown stains on his shirt too. But he finally goes like, yeah, fine, he pooped me out, all right, grow up. And Danny McBride's like, and then you guys became friends? Like in a very, like, what the hell kind of way. Like, and then you guys became friends? I don't know. It's like, yeah, I guess he had some intestinal blockage that I cleared out, and now he's in a lot better mood.
Oh my god.
I almost forgot the scene where the Sleestack, they're spying on the two Sleestack that are doing it.
Oh my god.
Did that make you fall asleep, Alex?
He wasn't even for that.
I was gonna say, I pretty much woke. When did I fall asleep? I fell asleep shortly after they met Shaka, and then I woke back up at the aliens opening up their mouths. That's about it.
Oh man, you just missed a good part then.
I know, I had to section on.
When they find that big triangle and they're singing the Cher song. Do you believe in love? He goes, Holly, you should sit on this. That's so bad, man. That's a dirty joke for a PG-13 movie. I guess that's maybe my. I wish this movie was R-rated. They should have said fuck it and made it R-rated. Funny.
Yeah, but
They usually should have.
Did what it needed to do for when it came.
It did. No, it did. It absolutely did. Okay. One more line. Well, two more lines. But when they're fighting Enoch and he goes, "I wrestled at Purdue," and Enoch goes, "JV." That always gets. I think that this movie came out around the time I was wrestling in junior high. So that was just. I think that always hit me hard in a funny way. And one more note I guess I have that's not even about anything. It's I always found it interesting that Danny McBride's character decided to stay back. I used to have like weird existential thoughts about it. Like, man, or like, I don't know, like it's like would feel crazy, but it almost like, damn, you would get to basically kind of reinvent everything about your life. I don't know. No, I think as an adult, I'm like, I don't want to live anywhere where there's dinosaurs, but.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird.
One more funny line at the end is when they get back and he like doesn't know what to say and he goes, "I just want to say that you've grown into a beautiful woman." And he like looks at himself like, "What the fuck?" I don't know. It's just it ended on a good one from Will Ferrell, pretty much. And it ended with him fighting with Matt Lauer after saying Matt Lauer can suck it, which, again, accidentally aged gracefully. And just a shout out to the guy who did the score, who did do a good job. It's Michael Giacchino, and he's done the score for a lot of good Pixar movies. So, shout out to him. Ratings?
Ratings.
Yeah, ratings.
Alex, you go first, and it's okay. Be brutal. Be as brutal as you want to be, baby.
That 2.
I was expecting a 1.5, to be honest, so cool.
I was close, but I bumped it up a little bit.
This movie has a special place in my heart. It is very ridiculously stupid. It's probably not the best Will Ferrell comedy, but like I said, it'll always have a special place in my heart, and I'll repeat some lines from it with my siblings and with my friends forever. So I'll give it a 4 stars. 4 stars. 4 out of 5. Squadcast podcast thumbs up. What y'all?
I kind of follow suit here. I'm going to give this a 4 Squadcast podcast thumbs up out of 5, which I believe rounds the overall to a 3.5 on the list, which is not our lowest rating.
Cool.
Our lowest.
All right, let's go to Pineapple Express. This is another. To be honest, Alex, of the two, I thought maybe this would be the one you'd less relate to. So I'm curious how it's gonna go.
I freaking love Pineapple Express. This one is always one that I enjoy watching whenever it pops into a streaming service.
Oh yeah, cheers. But this obviously it's a stoner comedy. It's just Seth Rogen arrived onto the scene and was a guy who smoked copious amounts of marijuana. So obviously he wanted to make a stoner comedy. And this one's pretty fun, man. It's a stoner action comedy. It's it's not just goofy things happen. There's actually like a semi-serious plot going on, and it's like a whole fun journey with Seth Rogen and James Franco, and at some points Danny McBride. Maybe not enough, not as much in this movie, but he's still hilarious. I guess if I would do a quick synopsis, Seth Rogen witnesses a murder, and the guy who murders drug dealer that sells a very rare kind of weed that only he and his friend Saul, who's his dealer, have, and which becomes evidence for him to be able to track him. So he's basically on the run from him. It's basically a on the road buddy comedy. That's all. That also doubles sort of as a action crime comedy.
Yes.
And it's very fun. It's
a unique combo.
Yeah, for sure. And it is as I said, it's a stoner comedy, and I'm curious. I know Latrell and I have at times, or presently, or at least at times in our life, have done copious amounts of weed. So I don't know if that's the same for you, Alex, but as people that have done that, this movie hits in a couple different ways.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
definitely.
I would agree with that. Sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Like,
I didn't really. I was getting over my pre-movie hit there. I was dying a little bit, but no, I agree with I agree with Danny. This is one of those movies where I find it a very unique movie in the sense that it is a stoner comedy action movie, as Danny said, which I don't think I've ever seen another one. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I genuinely don't think there has been another one like that that's like that. And also,
Well,
this is
Cheech and Chong had like scenes
oh
that
sure,
were
yeah,
actiony,
exactly.
but not the movies as a whole. Just like individual scenes. But no, this movie is like actually that's like half the plot.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And part of that is like the I don't know how much of it was stunt work, but like this movie is like
Yeah.
it's like
Oh
really
yeah.
good in terms of
Oh,
like how they do certain like certain parts of
Yeah.
the action scenes and things like that, and also just the storyline's fucking hilarious, and we get more Danny McBride.
Uh, you were gonna say something, Alex?
no, I think I mean, it's a 2008 movie. You're not really experimenting that much with CGI and all that stuff. So a lot of these
Right.
stunts were done pretty dang well
Yeah.
for the movie. For the movie, it was being a $27 million budget.
I would point out specifically the car chase, which is a whole hilarious scene with his fucking foot out of the window. Every time we're just looking, I remember I watched this a long time ago with some friends who like didn't really get it because they weren't stoners, so like it just wasn't funny to them. But that part was hilarious because they could just show the car with his foot sticking out of the windshield, and it just looks so funny. But like that's happening on like a road with a bunch of other cars going by, so like they have stunt drivers in that scene.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty cool. There's that they take that seriously.
I think getting there was probably my favorite part was when she's driving, not paying attention. He's just like, hey, you should probably keep your eyes on the road, and all of a sudden just
Yeah.
it's over, Saul Silver, and just like throws like
Yeah.
shit everywhere.
Yeah.
She just whips out a pistol and starts shooting.
James Franco's hilarious in this movie, man. This is probably I mean
Franco is so funny. Wasn't he in the last one?
James
it's
Franco is
Yeah, he was in This Is the End, wasn't he?
yeah.
yes.
Damn, it was
Basically,
up on him too. Okay, that's cool.
dude, 4 out of the 6 guys that are in the house in this is the end are in Pineapple Express, which is kind of why they do the Pineapple Express 2 thing in This Is the End, because they have 4 of those guys in there: Seth Rogen, James Franco, Danny Ryan, and Craig Robinson. And although I guess they couldn't use him for a sequel because he dies, but I mean, what do they care?
James Franco will probably be one of my top 5 actors. So I enjoy this probably not a stretch for him, but what seems like a stretch as it's normal that I
Yeah, no, I don't think of him comedically like that.
yeah, no.
But he is hilarious. He does the stoner so well. He's like it's a very realistic. The thing about the stoner comedy is like you can have dumb characters and like the dumbness is realistic. Like you can almost like meet a person that is that exact kind of idiot when they're stoned, and it's just like yeah. Like
Wasn't Why Him? Was that another one that he did that was kind of like in the same zone in terms of character? I'm pretty sure that's.
I don't know. When he was in Freaks and Geeks, I guess. Kinda.
I forgot about Freaks and Geeks, to be honest.
Yeah, half that cast is from there too. Well, at least him and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
But by the way, Seth Rogen mentions his character and is 25 in that movie. How old do you think he actually is in that movie? Trick question. He's 25.
No way.
Can you believe that? He looks like he's in his late 30s. He was 25.
Like 32. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's not a day older than what his character is in that movie. At that time, he was 25. That's insane. I know. I can't get over that.
It always made me so weird with Dale and Angie's relationship. It was always
I know,
like,
but
what
they
is going on?
Yeah, but her in real life was actually 22 at the time. So like they were, although it looked like they were farther apart in age.
Yeah, I know.
Especially because he's tall. That didn't help either. He's very tall, so like he was towering over her.
I did not notice it was Amber Heard until I went back into the cast list after the point.
Yeah, man, she had a lot of. She was in a lot of bangers, man. Remember Never Back Down?
Yeah. I do remember that.
You like that one, the chop?
That one.
It's a little dumb, but I like the fighting scene. So.
No, I agree.
But yeah, I just remember from that all the time.
We should do an episode that's like fighting movies. It doesn't have to be Never Back Down, but it could be like Creed or.
If it's gonna do MMA, it's got to be Warrior. But
well, I said.
We'll get. I know. Oh, actually, I have a ton of ideas for that. Also, shout out to Gary Cole, who plays Ted Jones, the bad guy. I love him in everything he's in. But fun fact, he also grew up in Rolling Meadows.
Did he really?
Went to Rolling Meadows High School. Yeah.
Yeah, Park Ridge.
So yeah, represent. MSL represent.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love when people from around this area get like that famous,
No, absolutely. I mean,
Like that's so cool to think about. Freaking, it was cool when Jimmy G was getting that famous, who also went to Rolling Meadows.
Yeah. Some stars from this neck of the woods.
Yeah. Nah, we're not bad around here. Northwest suburbs represent. Okay, going back to the movie. I don't know why we went on that tangent. I might as well talk about Danny McBride in this movie. He's not in as much of this as he is in the other one, but he's probably funnier. Like even just his one big scene when they visit him and then have the fight, like that shit is hysterical. You know how long. You know how many times we use lines from just that scene with him, where he's like, "You see this? No armpit hair, bro." It's like, so what? It's like makes me more aerodynamic when I fight. It's like what?
Aerodynamic when I fight.
When I fight.
There's something
like
inherently funny to me about just Danny McBride as an entire entity.
Well,
everything
he's
does, and, like just the way he moves and his mannerisms fucking crack me up. He reminds me a lot of like an OG Dane Cook, like that. Like the first Dane Cook was like first a thing when he was first a feature. Dane Cook cracked me up. I was also very young, so like that kind of humor was very new to me. But that shit, like,
yeah.
They kind of. I don't want to compare it because
it's very dude bro.
Yeah, it's very dude bro.
Very dude bro, but it has hilarious. It's his vocab. Like he's got hilarious vocab, just the way he describes things and talks about things, and he kind of reminds me of like the Fellinis, or like people I know that are just quick with the lines, like just quick with something.
Right,
He just it maybe just a touch of misogyny. I don't know, man. The other movie had the mug that was a pair of boobs, and he called it the perfect woman. So I can't. But it's all right, you know. He's a guy's guy. It's guy's guy humor. Going back to James Franco, probably my favorite scene with him. I mean, he's got lines throughout the movie, like with the process server part. He's like, "What are you, a butler? Shine shoes?" Well, he's still talking about. I don't know. He'll like say subtle things after he says something else. But the part where they're in the woods and he's like, "We gotta get rid of our foes. They can track us." He's like, "All right, fine." He smashes his rock. It is on a rock, and then he just chucks his. He's like, "Why'd you do that?" It's like, "I thought it would hit that tree, man." He's like, "What? Call it." It's like, "With what? I just smashed mine." And they go out. They go out in the woods. He's like, "Man, I'm scared." And they're like all scared, and just randomly out of nowhere, James Franco just goes, "Oh fuck!" and starts running. It's like, what did you see? He's like, "I don't know. I thought I saw something." You didn't see anything, man. It's so good, dude. Oh god, I was rolling at that scene. Also, and this almost made my intro. When he kind of goes off on him and they go their separate ways. He says like, "Oh, I'd be fantastic right now without you," and then he's like, "Oh, that came out wrong." He starts walking away, and he's like, "Monkey's out of the bottle, man." He's like, "What? That's not a phrase."
Monkey's out of the bottle, man.
Monkey's out of the bottle, man.
Hilarious.
It's like, that's not a thing you say. Like, what?
What are you talking about?
There's also just a lot of good relatable stoner jokes in there. He goes, "I'm so full. I'm so hungry."
It's a good comedy. I think it's all around just, it kind of touches on a little bit of everybody's humor, I feel like, and
Sure.
I feel like unlike Land of the Lost, it's one of those that has a mostly positive viewing.
Yeah. Well, this one has a much more positive critique. For people, a lot more people like this one.
Right.
I just don't say about how much I love the other one.
That too.
You can't make me hate it. You know what I mean?
Like, I can't hate it.
I don't care. I don't care about any logical arguments. Yeah, you can't make me hate that one. This one I don't have to do that as much. So everybody. I don't know. I've yet to meet somebody who's seen this movie and didn't think it was hilarious. This came out like right at the same time as Superbad. Added to the list, by the way, and I feel like it gets remembered just as well. It was basically Seth Rogen's next big one after that, and he came out with this, and I don't know. He followed up a banger with a banger. Oh, we got to talk really quick about the opening scene with Bill Hader. Shout out to Bill Hader. I'm a big fan of, both from his SNL days and just from the HBO show that he had. I forgot what it was called. Barry, I think. And also, he's just a great film nerd. I've watched a lot of movies based off his recommendations. But he's also just hilarious in that scene. People still do the "your dick, my mouth." People still do that one to this day. That one's using his tongue. That shit's hilarious. Like, okay, yeah, we gotta ban this. Basically.
This is illegal. You need to go to prison.
Well, they kill him.
He's dead, actually.
We can't not talk about Craig Robinson. He's was one of my favorite performances from him. He's like a fake hard guy, which is kind of just how Craig Robinson is. Like, because he's a big guy, so like he could realistically be like scary, but he's also just such a teddy bear, and he's such a nice guy. Everybody knows he's a nice guy. If you taking Saul into the basement, you'd be like, I can't wait till Ted here. He's gonna be like, kill that motherfucker, kill that. Watch your head. It's just so good, man.
This is literally all clicking now. That's another callback from the last actual movie podcast. Fucking Craig Robinson's in this is the end too. I didn't even think about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess in a way, a bunch of these guys, yeah, a bunch of these guys. It's sort of a double feature of all those guys, all four of those guys. Not just Danny McBride, but Seth Rogen, James Franco, and Craig Robinson. I guess, well, with Danny McBride, it's a triple. It's a triple. We've done 3. We've done a lot of Danny McBride lately.
Yeah, we definitely have.
I'm not complaining.
Neither am I.
He's like my cat was a little fucker. He's probably in hell. Then he gets all hyped up to go save Saul, and then he gets there and he's like, I can't do this. It's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I'm tapping out. I'm out. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, dude, my girlfriend gets out of prison tomorrow. I want to fuck her. I want to have sex with her. I can't wake up murdered tomorrow. I can't wake up murdered tomorrow. Then he comes back anyway.
Yeah, right.
Actually, that's one of my favorite instances of somebody somehow surviving everything that I think I've ever seen. He gets shot up. He's still in the barn when it blows up, and then he crawls out. They're like, Red? Hi.
Hi, hello.
He's like crawling to him and goes, hi. It's like, it was so, I don't know, it's, the movie's like, are you thinking like, okay, like it's over with them two, like that's great, that's nice. Here comes Red. He didn't die. It's like a joke in of itself that he didn't die.
Right.
It's great.
No, I agree.
Any other? Oh, I'm sorry. One more scene I gotta bring up, and that's when he's at his girlfriend's house and the dead comes out with the gun.
Yes, I was hoping you would talk about that. Oh my gosh. He literally just comes around the corner. He just starts blasting.
I love how they present it too. They present it like they don't show him coming in at first. They show Seth Rogen and James Franco like trying to reason with them, like, no, it's okay, like he's good. He's like, I'm a good drug dealer. He's like, no, it's okay. He's my oh shit. And then you see him coming with the gun. It's so good. And he actually shoots at them. What the fuck?
Probably my favorite scene of all time in that movie. That was so good.
It's like, you two better do what I say or I'll take you outside and fuck you in the street. It's like, no, don't fuck us anywhere. Where that's what Seth Rogen says, and James Franco's like, oh, no. So good. Those two had great chemistry in this movie. They were the perfect two to be the leads of it.
Oh man.
Ready for our ratings?
Yeah, I'm good.
This is one of my favorite comedies of all time. 5 stars. 5 Squadcast podcast.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow suit as well for this one. This is just a classic, funny comedy, stoner, action, thriller, drama, horror movie. 5 Squadcast podcast thumbs up out of 5.
Yeah, really scary.
Bring it out. 5.
5.
All right.
All around. Would you look at that?
Oh yeah. Hey, one more thing about this movie. Fuck the police. It's so good. You could tell he'd always wanted to say that, and then he just whipped every shot.
You get one chance. You get one chance.
Right. Exactly. Oh well. Okay, you already did the applause, but thanks for doing another pod with us, guys. With me, guys.
Absolutely, yeah, with us, with Dan. Of course, Dan. I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We have no idea. You know, we'll figure it out. We don't know what we're doing next, but maybe a trilogy episode.
Yeah, maybe a trilogy. Are we losing a member for the next couple podcasts?
Probably. Yeah, most likely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. We might be dropping a member, but we will still be providing the same quality Squadcast movie podcasts.
Well, Charlie and I aren't going anywhere.
You guys will be great. You guys are gonna be greatest.
Hope so. No, I know so.
Okay, this was a hilarious pod. I'm glad we did it, and this was far from the last time we're doing a double comedy. So, all right, that was episode 21. Thank you, everybody, for who listens and for who has listened and will continue to listen, or who listens starts to listen in the future. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you. Peace.
Bye.